Hello, one and all. This is a very important conversation. I'm sure it's going to stir up some controversy in a number of different quarters, so be prepared for that. So thank you for joining us. Kirsten, we'll start with you. There's been a lot of talk about why white women support President Trump despite of, or perhaps because of, his policies and his tone. What's your take on this?
Well, I think there's a lot of different ways that we have to look at this. I think one of the first things is that people will say that they support him for reasons other than his racist language, which we don't have time to go through, but there's all sorts of things starting from the launch of his campaign all the way up until the latest campaign, the way he demonized people trying to come to our country on the caravan. And they'll say, well, I'm not racist. I just voted for him because, I didn't like Hillary Clinton. And I just want to say that that doesn't make you not racist. It actually makes you racist. If you support somebody who does racist things, that makes you racist. So I just want to establish that. As for why white women do it, I think we have to recognize that white men are doing it as well. But I think sometimes we would hope that we would get better behavior from white women because white women are themselves oppressed and that they would therefore be able to align themselves with other oppressed people. But I think we have to remember that the white patriarchal system actually benefits white women in a lot of ways. And they're attached to white men who are benefiting from the system that was created by them, for them. And their fathers and their husbands and their brothers are benefiting from the system. And so they are also benefiting.
I just want to read something. It's from a Vox article, and it says that the war on crime has been pitched as an effort to keep white women safe. White women have been the plaintiffs in some lawsuits against affirmative action, and conservatives have argued that the practice harms white women, even though research has shown that white women have been some of the greatest beneficiaries of affirmative action. It shows you there the contradiction when you actually really think about the policies. People will say that that white women are actually voting against their own interests. I'm not sure if that is true, because maybe the better interest to them is what they get from voting for people like President Trump and Republicans. Stephanie, you're quoted in this Fox article saying, for centuries, white women have invested in white supremacy because their whiteness affords them a particular